Good afternoon, everyone. You're listening to WCEG Network on WCEGTalkRadio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. You're watching us live. You can watch us live on Smart TV, YouTube at WCEG Network. I am Herman Anderson, one of the co-hosts. My other co-hosts, Anthony and Gus, are not available today. I have a guest co-host that I will introduce in a minute. We're your worldwide community empowerment group where we speak life into community. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and you can also follow us on Instagram at WCEG_talk_radio and at WCEG Network. Join the conversation by calling in on 1-678-619-1402. Again, the number to call in is 1-678-619-1402. And my co-host today is Reverend Elgon McGhee. He's been with us quite a few times during last year and the year before. We're kicking off the new year with a new program, a new network, and Reverend McGhee is one of our first guests for this year.
Thank you, Herman, for having me on Veterans Today. And it is an issue for veterans today. And the assassination that took place this month and the situation that has been created as a result of this military action that's been taken. As a combat veteran, as one that served in combat, that was wounded in combat, I'm confused today. I'm confused how would you provoke an attack on the U.S. military and don't respond? To me, that is one of the most troubling issues with this whole campaign.
That is a troubling issue with this campaign. It's a troubling issue, I believe, with this country, because, as you say, we as ex-veterans, Vietnam veterans, have a connection to the military. We also have family and relatives that are now in the military, and we are concerned about that.
Yes, absolutely.
You want to mention that?
Yes, my grandson, I want to salute Freeman Harris and all of the young men and women that's serving in our country today. Let me say this to you, no matter what it look like, veterans got your back. We with you. We're going to stand with you, we're going to stay with you, and we will fight with you for your job, to make sure that you are continuing to fight to protect the freedoms and lifestyles that we enjoy in this country every day. So I just want to first salute them young people and let them know that we understand the military code of conduct, follow it.
Well, that's exactly right. We want to enforce that because I have family members, I have church members that have members that are in the military. So all of you, we support you. Our prayers are with you. And like Reverend McGhee said, just follow the code of conduct.
Follow the code of conduct. Because one of the things that I experience on two regular basis, Herman, is veterans coming to get their benefits. And some of them having other than honorable discharge just for talking back. Not for any real conduct that would say that they was not fit for military service, but because racism is real in every part of our society. And one of the things we have not done is had this conversation. We should have had it a long time ago, because the first act of desegregation in this country came from the military. In 1948, President Truman issued a desegregation order for the U.S. military, meaning that in 1954, the U.S. military was fully integrated. So Vietnam was the first integrated war that we had, where young black, white, Hispanic, and Native individuals all lived together, trained together, and served together. And I want to say this: we are better together.
Well, that's true, and that's a big point, and it actually leads to a lot of our current issues that we deal with today is veteran benefits and being qualified for veteran benefits. And like say some of the it happened in Vietnam also, but in some of the younger veterans are coming out with less than honorable discharge.
Less than honorable discharge.
Just because they talk back.
They talk back. And you know, yeah, we need discipline in the U.S. military. Our commander-in-chief is not showing that much discipline. Anytime you reach down into the ranks of U.S. military and start giving pardons out to people that have been judged by their peers, it says something that we need to really take a look at in terms of who we select. See, one of the things that I like about our country, we select our commander-in-chief. We get a chance to vote for our commander-in-chief. November 2020, we need to say something to this commander-in-chief that he understands. Go home.
I mean, when you use that word vote, that's big. And that's an opportunity. It's not an opportunity, it's a right that we have earned. And we ask everybody that are eligible to vote.
And not only to vote, but to hold your elected officials accountable. One of the things that we were talking about before the show got started, Herman, in the old days, when they started making laws, they had public hearings before they actually voted on the legislation that became law. Nowadays, it looks like they get in a back room somewhere and they come out and they get a law and they say, hey, veterans, this is what we just did for you. I think not.
well, that's true, and also part of that preparation is do your homework before you vote. Because someone a great speaker, they can dress a certain way. That's really no reason to vote for.
That's no reason to vote for. Matter of fact, you should be careful when you got somebody wearing $1,500 suits trying to tell you about what's going on in Vine City, what's going on in Cabbage Town. You need to take a real look at them because they have no real inside knowledge of what's going on in the community because they have separated themselves from the community.
And speaking of veteran benefits and veteran information, I have one event that's coming up tomorrow that I want to tell you about. It's the Clayton County inaugural Veteran Symposium. And the purpose of the symposium is it's open, starts at 10 a.m., goes to 4 p.m., and there will be people there from VA benefits, there will be people there from Social Security. The guest speaker is Mike Roby, the veteran of Georgia's Service Commissioner. Mm-hmm. So this is an event where it's an information event. There's also refreshments going to be served. And this is sponsored by the Clayton County Veteran Services Organization, along with several other organizations, including my organization, Veteran Helping Veterans. So if you're free tomorrow, please plan to attend.
Yeah, thank you, Herman, for bringing up veterans benefits. You know, my organization holds a veteran claim clinic every first Monday of the month at 621 Memorial Drive. Every first Monday of the month, starting at 5 o'clock. I say from 5 to 6:30, but in reality, we have stayed down to 9:30, 10, close to 10 o'clock, because what we do in the clinic, Herman, is get veterans prepared to file a claim. See, one of the things that I've noticed as a person that have been in this business of helping veterans get benefits for over 35 years, is that most of the veterans that's filing the claim that we helping today don't even know the 3 elements of a successful claim: service nucleus evidence, diagnosis, and treatment notes. If you don't have them, don't let anybody file a claim for you.
That is very important. And another point you made is a lot of veterans walk in the door saying, I want to file a claim. And an example is I got back pain. And that's all.
That's the end of it.
That's the end of it. And I don't have any medical records, and a lot of times the person filing the claim would go ahead and file it.
And go and file it for them. And won't do no investigation, no research, and more than that, an in-depth discussion with the claimant on the basis and the ophthalmology of his back pain. Did it come from the military, or did it start after the military? What it does the doctor say is the etymology of that illness, and which is critical for determining whether it's service connected or not.
Well, see, that your claim clinic brings together because it's really anything you do in life. It's a process.
It's a process,
and really, your claim clinic is the first process.
It's the first process.
The next thing is to gather your information and find you a veteran service officer, now, wherever
that is. But now, one of the things you just mentioned, Mike Roby. Mike is a friend of mine. I want to just say this here. I've been to their training sessions, and they do a good job of training personnel. They're the only entity in the state of Georgia that pay people to help you with your claims. Now, that don't mean that they know everything that you know about your condition. So the claim clinic will help you get ready to make sure when you go to Georgia Department of Veterans Service or the American Legion or the DAV, you are talking in a way that going to enable this person that's helping you to really help you. See, we can't get your evidence. We don't know your service experience. See, one of the things that bother me, I've had people come to me and say they want to file a claim. The next thing they say, well, I wasn't in Vietnam. I didn't go overseas. So, you was in the military. What is your claim? If it started in the military or was caused by something that you experienced in the military, that is your service nucleus starting point. Now, like you said about the gathering the evidence, you got to get that evidence. It's in your DOD file.
Well, that's also part of a really good reason to go to the claim clinic is to have someone train you that you need to get the evidence, how you can get it, and not to shoot before you aim. you focus you focus in on like you went through. When did this happen? Was I in the military? And where are my evidence? And that give you a better chance.
It give you the absolute best chance. And Herman, we need to be preaching that to everybody that went in the military, because see, I'm sick and tired of just hearing veterans come to me and talk about disability benefits when you got several other classification of benefits out there that the VA is complaining that we are underusing. One example, home benefits. Another example, business benefits. Do you know now it shouldn't be any such thing as a homeless veteran when a veteran can actually get a home with no money down. The system has messed us up though, because they have tied that benefit to your credit rating. So if you don't have a certain credit score, it don't matter about you having served in the military.
You can't get a VA loan.
You can't get a VA loan.
So what should we be advocating to change?
Well, first of all, it's a congressional act. I don't think that your credit rating should impact in a way negatively your VA benefits. Congress can legislate that. Why they haven't legislated? We haven't asked.
That was where I was going. Is as veterans, we need to push the button harder.
Like we're too laid back, Herman. It's like getting up, going on the air strip. You know what they used to call it? Getting up early, going nowhere. Getting prepared and going nowhere.
Right.
We need to really look at some of our benefits and how they are being denied. See, they shouldn't be able to deny you the benefit after you done completed the service. They should be working to make sure that you get this benefit. Now, the impact of that denial is obvious in my community because I live in a community that's economically occupied. Now, what am I saying? All the people that run the business in my community, when they close the door at the end of the day, they leave my community. And so what they do, they take my money with them.
That is true.
I'm economically occupied. Now, with veterans benefits, you can change that.
So let's talk about the business part of it, how we can change it.
Now, actually, disabled veterans, there's several classifications of veterans business license, right? But now the VA has come up with something that at first it blew my mind. A disabled veteran can actually get a business. You can't run it, but it gives you an opportunity to hire somebody to run your business. And the trick is, all you got to do to get that disabled veteran, and they give you the license free. And if you set the business up now, once you get the business set up as a disabled veteran business, you got 3% set aside business on every level of government just for your business. Now, how do you go about getting that business? You got to go see Mike.
Macro.
Got to go see Mike. See, it all comes back. You know what? Reverend Love passed this month. He was a veteran that focused on voters, education and voters' right. And you know, he used to say, build bridges, get in the game.
Exactly.
Build bridges and get in the game. We need to build bridges with other parts of the community, especially with the church, to encourage and educate veterans and their families about these benefits that they've earned. Because literally, we're losing billions of dollars of income because of our lack of knowledge.
Well, that is true, and you also touched on a point that I see in my veteran organization is we only focus on disability claims.
Disability claims. And you miss your education, free education. You miss your home, you miss your business. You just sitting out there disabled.
Aid and attendance.
And looking for aid and attendance and special monthly compensation. I'm not knocking that, because one of the problems with our disability focus is that we forget who takes care of the disabled veteran, his family. Once we get to that 100% total and permanent level, we think we have arrived. You are leaving your aids and attendance on the table, which is another $1,700 a month that you could possibly get. You're leaving your housebound pay on that, which is $750 a month. You got special monthly compensations for, listen, Herman, clothing. They got people that getting $6,000 and $7,000 a month from VA benefits, and then you got some people that deserve it that's getting zero.
They do, and like you say, in our community, in our organization, we see it's a lot. People that deserve. And
let me just stop you right now, Herman. So I want to salute you, brother. Veterans helping veterans have been a inspiration to me, because I see more veterans coming out to meetings that you have than any other service organization in the state. Well, so I thank you, I salute you, and I want you to keep on doing what you're doing. I don't know how you get them out there. I'm gonna watch you. You might be paying these guys. I don't know. You might be getting
they want me to pay them, but it's a tough job. I tell you, it is. But it's worked for 7 years, so we don't keep pushing.
Keep pushing it.
So let's talk about one of your major projects, the Sons of America.
Sons of Atlanta.
Sons of Atlanta.
I am so proud of my city right now. The city of Atlanta, with Fulton County support and Piedmont Park Conservatory, we have been given land in Atlanta Historic Piedmont Park to build this memorial, the Sons of Atlanta Vietnam War Memorial. This project is designed to honor and memorialize